Well, the name Big Rig, of course, started with Chris Phillips, his nickname when he played for the Ottawa Senators, and he opened up the Big Rig on Iris. Of course, not just a restaurant, but also a brewery. Well, it got bought out by a Montreal-based company, but they still have that fantastic feel. It is really a big part of the community in and around that area, and they have been so supportive. And of course, they were able to bring staff back in, but now we go into our second lockdown, and like many restaurants in the community, they are concerned just as the rest of us are. I hope you enjoy.
Big Rig Kitchen Brewery was opened in 2012, June. A bunch of local men and obviously Chris Phillips got together and had a wonderful idea to blend a brewery on top of some great local food. They spent time to develop. They brought in local members of the community and built a lovely product. The brewery side of it, Lon Liddell still is very active in and has spent so much time using local products and really focusing on helping that side of the community develop, as well as smaller vendors, smaller beer companies. He's helped them grow that. As the brand has developed, I know everyone knows recently we sold to a larger company out of Montreal. Their name is Foodtastic. I think they've worked very hard to keep the dream that Chris and Jimmy and Ange had to develop the brand and keep it local. In the same way to see it grow into what they've always wanted to be as well. I think that Lon is focused so much on building such a great beer brand that it was easy for the food part of it to really develop. We stuck with a home style that would continue to focus on the heartiness of the beer, the freshness. The menu changes over quite frequently before obviously all of this happened. A 6 months to a 3 months changeover, which kept everything kind of fresh and moving. I would consider us casual, fun-loving. Most of our staff and guests are a part of our community. We really focused on making it homey and comfortable, a safe spot for people to come to enjoy their time with their friends and family. Moving forward, I'd like to continue to keep that atmosphere alive in here. I know it's going to be difficult with the trends and with changing stuff, but I think we're going to stay motivated to keep it family friendly, to keep it as a homey space that's warm and inviting.
Lisa, tell me about the impact the lockdown has had on Big Rig.
I think the hardest part for obviously most of us, but for me and this restaurant especially, is for our staff. Seeing them lose a portion and have to leave the building was a very hard impact for any owner, operator, manager to see, because it did impact us, but it impacted the people that we rely on to run our businesses and to keep us afloat. So to watch that transition and have them leave the building and to keep in touch with them, a lot of our guests, a lot of our regulars, a lot of our staff wanted to ensure that everyone was safe. So they made the right choice and everyone left. And then we pivoted into doing a lot of takeout. The brewery did some wonderful delivery stuff. In saying that, the Ontario government, the Alcohol Gaming Commission came out with an ability to pivot that helped vendors be able to get rid of some stock, not just food items. I think that really helped the industry kind of keep afloat while we were waiting to see how we would transition back to this. We were able to move with the summer approaching and everything kind of starting to have that first stage of open. We were able to pivot quite quickly to have the patio opened and to be able to secure those seating. We were lucky to have a large enough patio that we didn't have to expand it very much. We did it safely. The staff came back and were so excited to be back at work, and I think that level of energy really let people want to come back, and that community supported us through the shutdown. They bought locally, they came to see us 1 or 2 days a week, they came to pick up their beer products, they came to pick up their food products. You know, we saw families come back and week after week, every Friday night, to pick up family pizzas, to continuously support us. They bought, I would say a lot of them bought gift certificates. They reached out to see how our staff were doing. You know, I can't say enough that having your community reach out to you to find out how your staff is doing and how they can support them through this time is just heartfelt, and it was something that was just really amazing to hear. I think with the weather changing and the possibility, well, we know we are in a second wave, I think some of my major concerns is obviously my staff and the community safety. I I think every restaurant, especially us and anybody in our industry, there is a bottom line that we all look for, but we also want to support our communities and our staff to make sure that they are safe. I'm hoping that we can continue as an industry to move forward and continue to have indoor seating, obviously, as long as everyone's safe and takes care of the proper measures and your distancing. Again, though, it all will come down to community safety and our staff safety to ensure that we can move forward with this. And I think that everyone is with me in saying that in order to do that, we have to make people feel safe. We have to just commit to following through with those safety measures and keeping distance and respecting kind of what this possibly could be for our next or near future.